Hi everyone, my name is Madison Hoffman and this is my video demonstration for Project 10. For this project we were supposed to capture IMU data as well as GPS and video and send the IMU data from the Arduino to the Raspberry Pi over I2C and then send the IMU data along with GPS data and the video stream over Wi-Fi from the Raspberry Pi to a host. So I'll kind of show you my setup here, starting with my hardware. Kind of looks a little crazy these days, but I have my power bank on the bottom, which is powering my Raspberry Pi. I have my Arduino sitting right on top of my Raspberry Pi. And then I have this breadboard with the EN.605.715 attached to the breadboard. My Arduino is being powered by my Raspberry Pi via this blue USB cable, and then I have my GPS device sitting under here, and over here you can see the camera. So that's my hardware, and then just to show you that I have all of the connections set up properly, taking a look at my laptop. If you look at my Wi-Fi, you can see that I'm connected to Raspberry Pi web GUI, so that's my Raspberry Pi acting as a wireless access network. Yeah, so my laptop is connected to my Raspberry Pi, and then in this window I'm going to be streaming the video footage over Wi-Fi, and then this upper terminal I've just SSH'd into my Raspberry Pi, and since SSH uses TCP/IP, that should work. And then on the bottom I have GPS info streaming. So just to show that I am indeed sending data from my Arduino to my Raspberry Pi via I2C, I'm just going to run sudo i2c detect-y1. So that looks correct. So we can see that we have an I2C device connected, and that looks good. So now for this, I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to move my quadcopter around by hand and hopefully show you that I am able to transmit the data properly, and then I'll do a second part of this video demonstration where I'm actually flying the quadcopter. So we might have lost sensor data. I'm just going to reset that. Okay, just had to reset my Arduino to keep getting the sensor data. Okay, so now we're getting the yaw, pitch, and roll in the upper window and GPS in the bottom, and then the video stream over here. So I'm just going to move the quadcopter around and hopefully we see everything changing. So cool. So hopefully that demonstrated that I have everything set up properly. And then the other part is just to get the quadcopter flying with all of this working, and I will do that next. So this is part 2 of my video demonstration where I'm going to hopefully demonstrate that I can transmit everything properly while my quadcopter is flying. In the first part, I think I failed to go over the I2C connection between my Arduino and my Raspberry Pi. So just looking at that quickly, you can see that these wires on my Arduino are going from the SDA and SCL pins to GPIO pins 2 and 3 on my Raspberry Pi down here. And that seems to be working, so I believe it's correct. So I'll just try to get this thing off the ground and show that we are transmitting the data. So again, I have the I2C connection, and I'm still connecting to my Raspberry Pi via Wi-Fi and SSH, which should be appropriate connection. So let's try to get this thing off the ground and hopefully we see some data changing. Okay, and that's the end of my video demonstration. Thanks for watching.